current, electricity. Topics covered: Wheatstone Bridge, Meter Bridge.
Okay, so Wheatstone Bridge is an application of Kirchhoff's rules, and the circuit of Wheatstone Bridge is as there are four resistances taken and connected in this way as shown in the diagram. So the resistances R1, R2, R3 and R4. Here R4 is the unknown resistance which we need to determine. R3 is known as standard arm. When we study the applications of Wheatstone Bridge, then we will come to know what standard arm means it's a fixed value of resistance. R1, R2 and R3 are three known resistances, while R4 is the unknown resistance. They are connected to form a circuit. The middle arm BD, their galvanometer is connected. Galvanometer is a device which is used to measure small currents in the circuit. So it measures current flowing in the arm BD. That's why it is known as galvanometer arm. And then the sides is the terminals A and C are connected to battery. Now there's a balance bridge condition. The balance bridge condition is when current in the galvanometer arm is 0. That means the current flowing in arm BD, which is known as or labeled as IG, it is 0. So IG is equal to 0 is known as the balance bridge condition. And obviously in this condition, if we see that current in this particular arm is 0, then for junction D, if we apply junction D, Kirchhoff junction rule to junction D, then current entering the junction is equal to leaving the junction. This arm does not have any current, 0 current. So I1 is equal to I3. Similarly for junction B, current entering the junction is equal to that leaving the junction. I2 is equal to I4. So according to Kirchhoff junction rule, we get these two relations. Now we apply loop rule to the loop ADBA. Here again, remember that this balance bridge condition, so current in this particular arm is 0. Now if we apply loop rule to loop ADBA, we see that current I1 is in anti-clockwise direction. So according to our convention, we take it positive. So I1 into R1. And I2 is in clockwise direction. According to our convention, we take it negative, minus I2 R2. And for the third arm, current is 0. That's why 0. So and equal to, there is no battery, no EMF present in this particular loop. That's why EMF is also 0. And if I solve the equation, I transfer it to the other side, I get I1 by R2, I2 is equal to R2 by R1. Now again similarly, we use the loop rule in CBDC, loop CBDC. Again taking balance condition Ig equal to 0. Then you see I3 is in anti-clockwise direction. So we take it positive, I3 into R3. You remember Kirchhoff's loop rule, we are applying that only. That sum of all the IRs is equal to the total EMF. So plus I3 R3, but I4 is in clockwise direction, that's why minus I4 R4. And for the third arm, current is 0, that's why 0. And no EMF, that's why again the EMF part is 0. But we can also put I3 equal to I1 from the above relation and I4 equal to I2. So when I put I3 equal to I1 and I4 equal to I2, I get this particular relation. And on solving, I can get the value of I1 by I2, that is R4 by I3. Now 2 and 4, LHS is same, that's why RHS is also equal. This is the important relation, and using this you can find the unknown resistance R4 when all three others are known. So the device is a meter bridge. Meter bridge works on the principle of Wheatstone bridge. It consists of a 1 meter long wire, a wire of 100 centimeter or 1 meter length, which is shown by AC here, the wire AC. A meter scale shows that the wire is 1 meter in length. Now there are contacts provided at between two of the terminals. The resistance R is connected and another resistance S is connected. So these are like two arms of Wheatstone bridge, and the other two arms are formed by the different lengths of the wire AD and DC, because we know that resistance of a wire depends on its length as well. So for two different lengths the wire has different resistance. So this is what in this way Wheatstone bridge having four arms AD, R, S and DC is formed, and in between this BD is the galvanometer arm, in which a galvanometer is connected and a jockey is provided. Jockey is nothing but a contact which can move on the wire. So as it moves on the wire, the length of the wire can be varied, and in order to get a balance condition. Now what is balance condition? That the deflection in galvanometer is 0. No current is flowing through galvanometer arm, so it will show 0 deflection. That will be the balance bridge condition. So it is connected to a battery and a key. Now when key is put on in the jockey is nothing but a sliding contact, movable metallic contact. So key is closed, current starts to flow in the meter bridge, in the wire, and jockey is moved on the wire sideways from A to C or in between A and C, and it is moved till the point where galvanometer shows 0 deflection. So the jockey is randomly moved in order to attain or in order to obtain a particular point where jockey shows 0 deflection. So suppose that point is D, then the length of AD corresponding to this balance condition of 0 deflection is L1. Then the remaining length will be 100 minus L1 because it is a 100 centimeter wire. So in this way we get the balance point D, and we obtain the balancing lengths L1 and 100 minus L1, and these four arms of Wheatstone bridge are formed. One AD, second is having resistance R, third is S, and fourth is having 100 minus L1, and BD is the galvanometer arm. Now suppose the resistance per centimeter of the wire, resistance per centimeter of the wire, it is labeled by RCM. We have labeled it by RCM. So suppose the resistance per centimeter of the wire is RCM, then the resistance of length L1 will be RCM into L1. Similarly, the resistance of length of wire 100 minus L1 will be RCM into 100 minus L1. So now since the four resistances are forming the four arms of a Wheatstone bridge, so the principle of Wheatstone bridge applies here, that in balance condition, D is the balance point where galvanometer is showing 0 deflection. That means balance condition has been attained here. So for balance bridge condition, the principle of Wheatstone bridge says that R2 by R1 is equal to R4 by R3. So R by resistance of length L1, that is RCM L1, R2 by R1 is equal to R4 by R3. R4 is S, R3 is resistance of length 100 minus L1, that is RCM into 100 minus L1. Why do we take this? Because RCM is resistance of 1 centimeter wire. Then resistance of L1 centimeter wire will be RCM into L1, and for 100 minus L1 it will be RCM into 100 minus L1. That's why. So principle of Wheatstone bridge is applied. P by Q is equal to R by S, or R2 by R1 is equal to R4 by R3. Now if we interchange the terms, we can get this. RCM gets cancelled. So we simply, without knowing the value of RCM, we can simply find by using only the balancing length L1. This simple formula has been obtained. Now here R is the unknown resistance, so we can easily find R by the formula that we obtain. In this way, only by determining the balancing length from experiment by sliding the jockey over the wire and obtaining balance or null length, balancing length or 0 point the deflection in the galvanometer. We obtain the length and we can simplify. S is the standard resistance which has a known value, and the other two resistances are depending upon length, so we determine their values. So just by taking the balancing length, finding the balancing length experimentally, we can find the unknown resistance R. This is how meter bridge works.